All right, join us now is Alamogordo Tigers head football coach A.J. Cisco. Coach, how are you today?
I'm good, man. Great to be back again, and it's great. I mean, it's kind of crazy. We're already in the last week of the season.
It always happens this way. I mean,
it flies.
You guys are putting in, the weeks that probably go slower, like in the middle of the summer when you guys are doing all this stuff like that.
And we were talking to our kids this week. We started July 31st was our first day, and now it's the last week of the year. And we got something to play for, so that's always a positive.
Yep. We'll look back at last week. I thought you guys probably played the best game you've played since the Carlsbad game, at least from my perspective. You struggled a little bit against Cruces and Hobbs, and obviously if you guys avoid the turnovers, that could obviously be a closer game at the end. Yeah, no, I mean, I can be proud of our kids and our coaches for the preparation they put in last week and then how we performed on Friday. You go to that first half, we statted it, and we ended up with 250 yards of offense and 16 first downs in the first half, but those 3 turnovers absolutely killed us, and all 3 led to touchdowns. But our kids played well, and our coaches did a great job. Like I said, I can be proud of those guys and responding to play a number 2 team in the state and get after it and make it a game and give us a shot. We just got to do a better job taking care of the football. Yeah, time of possession had to be so heavy on you guys as well because their offense was almost never on the field. We ran 78 plays to their 38. Yeah. Obviously, you don't want to give up the big 70-yard run, 70-yard pass stuff, but it's just we gave up 3 big plays against them, but other than that, we played really well defensively. We tackled really well. I'm proud of those kids for bouncing back after 2 tough weeks and to play and get after it. And then there were some bright spots from kids that got a chance to play and got to prove something, and now they've earned some time to get on the field and play more. Now, you guys get Oregon Mountain coming up this week, and you have, as you mentioned right at the top, that you have something to play for. You guys know you have to win this game if you want to get into the postseason. It's pretty much the same deal last year. I'm sure you guys are hoping for something a little bit less stressful than last season. Yeah, and hopefully it's better weather than last year. Last year it was cold and windy. But, yeah, we do have something to play for. I mean, win, and we can get in the playoffs and get a shot. And that's what we talked to our kids about this morning is only 12 teams get a shot at a trophy, and we want to punch a ticket and make sure that we have that opportunity for this program and this community. And, I think a lot of people look at, it's an 0-9 team that you're going up against this week, but, those kids have just as much pride and want to come out on senior night and play hard, and it's super important for you guys to not look at that record, not pay attention to any of that, and go out and do what you need to do, right? Absolutely. I mean, those kids, they're kids, and their coaches coach, and this is their last game. Their season's over, and we told our kids this morning, those guys want nothing more to do than just to make sure our season ends on the same night theirs does. Their kids are going to turn their stuff in starting Friday or Monday, and they're going to play they're going to play their tails off. I mean, they got nothing to lose. It's kind of scary when you play a team like that has nothing to lose. We told our kids they can come out on onside kick every time. That's the situation we go in, and you look at the record, and everybody goes, well, they're 0-9. They've played quality teams all year, and they just haven't matched up very well, but they've got some kids that can fly. They got some speed. They got some big kids. They're physical. It's a well-coached team. They're gotten better throughout the year, and what you saw them last week against Hobbs is a completely different team than what you saw in week 3 against Mayfield. So those kids are practicing hard. They're getting after. The coaches are coaching their tails off, and we got to show up. I mean, if we just show up and play and think we're going to walk through it, it's going to be a long night for us. So we got to show up and play well, and hopefully we can carry over what we did last Friday. One positive, obviously, is you guys have done the Thursday night thing. This will be the 3rd Thursday night game this year, so it shouldn't be that much of a new situation for the guys. You've done a Thursday night road game. This is a much shorter road trip than the last Thursday night game. So. Yeah, absolutely. So there should be a lot of positives from that side of thing, but from a preparation standpoint, the kids should be very used to what they're heading to tomorrow. Yeah, so this is like you said, this is the 3rd time we've had to do this, and we have to combine 4 days into 3. So we finished off today, and what we normally do for a pregame the day before, we don't necessarily get to do today. So we also don't get to normally do our Wednesday practice. So it's got to kind of find that in-between middle. But our kids are used to it now. And like I said, we've done this before. It's not a huge change for us. We just go about our business. And Oregon Mountain's played on Thursdays too. I mean, they're not at a disadvantage either. And the good part was both of us played on Friday last week, so we're on the same schedule. We're on the same time frame. If you go back to last year, we played on a Saturday and then had to turn around and come back on a Thursday. So we're not going to make excuses. I mean, we got to show them play. Oregon Mountain's going to want to win and go out and win and try to get something going into the offseason for next year. And we want to try to punch our ticket to the playoffs. And so for you guys offensively, I mean, got to feel like this team has moved the ball really well. It's the little things that we've talked about all season, which is finishing drives, and then of course the thing that really hasn't popped up much this season is turnovers, which you guys struggled with last week. I mean, those seem to be the big keys for you guys to avoid.
Yeah, we've done a good job offensively all year in racking up yards and first downs. I mean, we look at our stats, and when we're really good offensively, we're getting 20 first downs a game and controlling the ball. And we've done a better job of scoring inside the red zone and not having to settle for field goals. But we got to take care of the football. And out of those 3 turnovers, 2 of them are not taking care of the football. And then the one's an interception, that was a bad read. I mean, we had a kid wide open down the seam. And Elijah makes a bad read, but it's something we live with. That's just part of kids playing. And there's no point fingers or anything. It was a bad read. He owns it. We owned it. And but we've got to take care of the football to give us a chance. If we turn the ball over on Thursday, it's going to be a long night for us.
And then, defensively, in terms of what they're going to bring at you guys offensively, you talked about, obviously they've got some skill players that have a lot of speed. Do you guys feel like you match up a little bit better than the last 3 weeks? Where, I know it sounds like Oregon Mountain has got some size, just like everybody else does. They do.
Everybody else is always going to be bigger than us. But they do got good skill kids. They do fly around on defensively. It's impressive to watch them run. And that's one of the things that it's credit to their coaching staff and that what they're doing in that program is 0-9 and continuing. Their kids play hard and don't stop, and that's something that's hard when you're 0-9 is to get those kids to continue to keep playing and keep trying to get better. And they've done a really good job of that, and you can see the improvement week to week. And even when they're getting beat last week against Hobbs, those kids are playing hard, and it's impressive to watch. And as an outsider watching in, you're proud of those kids. They're learning some life lessons, and they're going to be successful because of what they're going through this year. And that's a credit to Coach Sanchez and his staff. And so those kids are going to play really well. They're talented. They may not have as much talent as the other Cruces schools or the size or speed of all that, but it's a decent group that's going to be good, and that program's getting built for the future too. I know they have a really good freshman class that I think won 5 or 6 games this year. So future's going to be bright in Oregon Mountain.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to see what happens on Thursday night this week. Just a reminder, it is a Thursday night game, and looks like the weather is going to be solid, so we don't have to worry about crazy winds and cold. And yeah, that was, I know for the fans last year, that was brutal.
When they all started leaving.
Yeah, it was rough, and I think we all kind of understood what was going on there. So we'll hope that, obviously, I'm not jinxing you guys because I don't think I have that kind of power, but you never know. Yeah. So I know if I've mentioned it before, I know especially David Maldonado, if I mention anything about the lightning word, he's usually texting me afterwards, anytime on the radio or anything. Yeah. So
no, we're hoping it's good weather. It looks like it cleared up, and it's supposed to be in the 70s at kickoff. So that's a lot better than in the 30s like last year with 40-mile-an-hour winds.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, Coach, good luck this week.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Go Tigers.